I think the reason why most Bitcoiners start a YouTube channel is because they gave up on orange pilling the normies and they've just relegated themselves to reaching potential people online overseas or some shit in some third world nation. And I've had some cognitive dissonance going on for maybe the past 2 or 3 years, you know, about people and Bitcoin. And what I've realized, what I've come to the conclusion is that some people are just predestined to be poor, like predetermined. And thus, there's no point in helping those people, right? What I'm getting at is like, I don't believe in free will. Okay, I think like everything, including the words coming out of my mouth right now, are predetermined cause that is a chain reaction going back 13.8 billion years, all the way to the Big Bang. It's all just physics and chemistry, right? That's my point on it. So, if I genuinely think that nobody has free will, then I'm really wasting a lot of my time trying to convince people who obviously aren't going to study Bitcoin to buy Bitcoin, right? And if this crash, right, if the crash from 126K down to 60K, back up to 73K hasn't taught you anything, it's that the no coiners are retarded, the no coiners deserve to be poor, and the no coiners cannot be helped. Right? I don't want to get philosophical or religious or whatnot, but I'm kind of convinced that not only is Bitcoin an ego test, but an IQ test. And the people who adopted Bitcoin early and the people who are in the early majority, they were chosen by the gods, if you could say that. They were predestined to become wealthy because there's something in their brain that just clicked and theirs didn't. Like anybody who puts in like even just a few hours of research into Bitcoin will see the immediate value of what's at hand right now and what's at stake. And if you can't comprehend that, if you don't understand money, if you don't want to put in the time to understand money, you're cooked. You're straight cooked. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's one of the reasons I started this channel was because orange pilling people around me isn't working too well. But it is what it is, you know. There will come a day when you will have, let's say, 5 million sats, 30 million sats, 100 million sats, and people will call you lucky. Like you just randomly bought some arbitrary numbers on a screen and now you're a bajillionaire and they have to work for 3 sats an hour and they call you lucky. Mind you, you bought and held for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and you didn't sell, but you were lucky, you know, according to them. But then if you think about it, they're right. We are lucky because we were predetermined to build wealth in our bloodlines, and they weren't because they all have the same habits and the same thought processes. These people can't explain to you what proof of work is. These people can't explain to you SHA-256. They can't explain to you the difficulty adjustment. They can't even define to you what decentralization is. But they think Bitcoin's a scam. You see how they're predetermined to be poor and there's no helping them? They refer to fiat as actual money. They think that a small amount of inflation is good for the economy. They think debt is necessary to keep the cycle going. They can't be helped all. They can't be helped at all. It's very frustrating. But at the same time, see that cognitive dissonance, I shouldn't be frustrated by it because they were predetermined to be this way. through their environment, their genes, their parents, whatever school they went to, whatever friends they made, cooked.